everyone, it's Sharon. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching me on live, do say hi, because I don't always see the notifications from Facebook. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes, well, it'll actually probably be a couple of seconds, to see if anybody joins me on the live. Oh, one thing to say while I'm waiting for some people to come on is water bottle with crystals in the bottom. Really good way of upping your water content, and the crystals, whilst they don't come in contact with the water, still you still get the benefits from them. And this is I think it's my second one of these today, so you can see I'm doing okay on my water content. Makes even tap water smell and taste human. Our tap water's horrible. Anyway, I'm going to get started, as there looks like there's somebody on with me. Apologies to those of you that know stuff about crystals, but I thought I would start right at the beginning. For those of you that are new to crystals or just need a bit of a refresher around crystals. So around us is all kinds of different energy, and we connect in different ways to those energies, and different things vibrate at different frequencies, now including crystals. So we've actually got these energy centers or chakras in our bodies. So can you see, I also do a standing up version of this, from the base right the way up to the crown, which is at the top of our heads. We've got these different chakras. So starting with, we've got the base, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, which is here, and your crown. And crystals, each of those has got a colour, but different crystals vibrate at different frequencies, and therefore vibrate at the same frequencies and can correct the energy frequencies within the chakras. So for example, down here at the bottom, the base, that is black or black or red, and it's for about feeling grounded, knowing where you are, not feeling sort of all panicky or flighty. So that's where we have our red and or black crystals. Next we have the sacral chakra, which tends to be red orange, and that is for all sort of our digestive bits and pieces, our sexual organs, feeling in our own sexuality and our being. Then we've got the solar plexus, sort of like, this is like sort of almost up under the ribs. So that's sort of the center of our, real center of our being. Where do we come from? That tends to be yellow stones. Things like manifesting and affirmations are good to concentrate on our solar plexus. Next up, we've got the heart, which is all about balance, love, but not just romantic love, self-love as well. And for the heart, we can use either green or pink crystals. So a lot of people probably have rose quartz as a crystal to start off with, so that would work on your heart chakra. And if you actually notice, there's the same number above as there is below. So this is the one that really balances. And say something doesn't feel quite right down here, it's often because something is going on up here, so they sort of correspond to one another either side. Then above the heart, there's our throat chakra. So that is where blue crystals, things like sodalite, aquamarine, often crystals that are quite cooling, so it works on our throat, but also particularly communication, where if we feel we're being heard. Then we have got our third eye, which is where we're starting to think about connecting to our sort of more spiritual being. And good crystals for here are things like amethyst, and also lapis is good for here as well. And then up here we've actually got our crown chakra, which again is really about sort of starting to connect with our spiritual self, and that's a good crystal for that is quartz. So that is just a very quick run through about, we have chakras that run through the body, different colors associated with them. Generally a crystal of the same color will work on that chakra to balance it. Not always. So that is a brief overview of chakras, and I will come back in future weeks and talk about those a bit more. I just thought I'd chat a bit about crystals themselves as well. So this is actually a piece of fluorite, one of my favorites, but if you can see, it's all very smooth and polished. So this is what's called a tumble stone. So the pieces of raw crystal have actually been tumbled into a polished effect, and that is a really good one to start with. The tumble stones, you can pick them up relatively cheaply. There's no sharp edges or anything to catch yourself on. Certainly when I started using crystals, I used to pop mine in my bra. So a nice tumble stone like that. Crystals do come in different shapes for different purposes, like points, spheres, things like that. But just to start off, if just a straightforward tumble stone, polished, quite small. You, depending on what crystal you're getting, you can certainly get one, if not two, if not a couple, for under a £5. So those are a good place to start. A few crystals to maybe start with if you're thinking of trying your crystal journey are things like amethyst. Amethyst is purple. It's a quartz, so it's actually quite a hard crystal, but almost see-through. It works on a lot of things. It's one of the crystals that people often actually start their crystal journeys with. Although I said about it being good, working on the third eye, it's also, it's really good just for general calming, stress reduction. Some people find it helps with sleep. I know someone that gives a piece to her son at night to hold to help with his night terrors. So yeah, if you had a little tumble stone like this of amethyst and you're struggling to sleep, either pop it on the dressing table next to you, or even pop it in your pillowcase, so you don't lose it, and that will help with your sleep. It does vary from person to person. All I can say is try it and see if it helps you, but certainly amethyst is a good one to help with. It's also quite good for sobriety. So if you're going out for a night on the town, as such as we are allowed now, wear a piece of amethyst jewellery. You won't get such a bad hangover. So certainly try it for that. In a few weeks' time, I'm also going to talk about how using different combinations of crystals can amp one another up, and which crystals work particularly well, which is the master crystal that amps everything up. And also I will talk about crystals and essential oils. Another crystal to start yourself off with, another good one would be a rose quartz. It's really soft and gentle. It is like giving yourself a hug with a crystal. You often find them in heart shapes, but a heart, or again just a little tumble stone to hold, to have near you, is really, really helpful. If you are starting off with crystals and don't know where to start, either put me a message in the comments or direct message me. But if you are looking for something to start with, I would say a chakra set is always a good place to start with, because then you've got one that, you know, will work on each of the chakra energy centers within your body, and then as time goes on you can grow your collection to suit which crystals are your favorites. So any comments, questions, do put them down in the comments and I will come back and answer them later. Any particular questions, anything you'd particularly like me to cover, then do again pop that down in the comments and let me know, and I can sort of adjust, you know, my content as to what I'm bringing you to what you really want. But I thought just today, as a start off, just going through what the chakras are. Crystals work by vibrating at the same energy to bring them back into balance, and different colored crystals help with different parts of the body. So thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you're watching on replay, #replay, #sorry I missed you. And I think I'm back with you on Thursday evening, where I will be popping up a live, may not be a live, may just be a post about a bit more about which crystals can help you sleep and ways that you can use crystals around the home to help you sleep. So thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye.